Hey y'all, what's up? Hey, 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 hello, hello. Hey, hey. All right, let's get into it. Welcome back to my channel. This is Adana, also known as the Afro Zen. And today I'm reading for the beautiful, handsome collective. Hello, collective. How you doing? Flowers, flowers, flowers. Two more times. Flowers, flowers, flowers. One more time. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. To book a private reading with me, to shop in my store. All that information is in the description box below. Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you for that. Okay, thank you for that. All right, so first off, let me just say, I am currently on Twitch right now, so don't forget to add me on Twitch. I have been posting the link as to how to follow me on Twitch. I'll make another post in regarding that. So make sure that you follow me on Twitch. I'll be able to go back live on TikTok, I think this upcoming Saturday. Okay. Also, please keep in mind that this is a collective read. Everything is not going to resonate with you. If I find the comments a little too much today, I'm going to turn the comments off. Okay. Please keep in mind, I'm not going to answer any type of private questions concerning your specific, experience or life in general. I'm not going to answer anything in that nature. Okay. If you would like to book a private read, you will have to go on my website, and you can book through there. Okay. So this may trigger some of you guys. All right, so let's get into it. Channel message here is a detective feels stuck regarding this case. Okay, so again, it's not going to resonate with everybody. Everybody has not gotten up to a stage where, the detective may be involved yet. Everybody's living a different type of timeline at this moment. So please take what resonates, leave the rest. I'm just, like, my spirit is telling me I have to stress that today. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay. Please. Okay. All right, let's see. So the channel message, a detective feels stuck regarding this case. Now, the reason why detectives feel stuck regarding this case here is because they were very sloppy with the investigation. So this is more so for the divine collective and for the ones that do resonate with this story here. If you were the one that initiated some form of an internal investigation, some form of like a private investigator or a detective of that nature, then this message is for you. Okay. If you didn't do that, then the message is not for you. Okay. You initially started to reach out to other outlets, organizations, entities of businesses here to see if you could retrieve or to get some kind of assistance or help for your case. Okay, however way your case is. You may have made a report or with a specific detective or someone that dives deeper into basically crime. They have taken your information, but at the time they did not believe what you had stated because they thought it was very far-fetched that something like that could ever happen. Now, the reason why they're bringing this back up, or the case could be reopened or just being scrutinized a little bit further or closer now, is because other people were starting to come up and out and started to make reports against that in regards to you. It's basically like retaliation when they found out that you were speaking to a law enforcement or you were trying to make some form of report here. They wanted to retaliate by trying to get a group of people to come against you to make you look like something that you're not. Okay. Now, because of that, the detective started to get kind of wishy-washy. Maybe you have spoke to the detective at some point in time, however times you may have spoke to them, maybe you have not, however resonate. But there did come a time where all communication just completely ceased. Like you didn't hear anything from them like ever again since that point in time. Well, they're trying to clean it up because they're trying to clean it up because their investigation was very sloppy. And it was so sloppy to the point where your life could have been compromised because of their sloppy, shoddy work or craftsmanship, we'll say. Not only is so what people are now starting to realize here is that all of the individuals or all of the companies or organizations that you may have reached out to in regards to some form of like assistance here, they all kind of turned a blind eye, and they all worked in tandem. This is something that's going to be coming out even more as well too, that you may have had family or friends that may have been connected to people within the inner city, if that makes sense. So like journalism, journalist, or law enforcement, or someone that sits on the judicial system, judicial board, etc., etc. People like them, okay? And what I saw in my meditative state is that every time you try to go to a different organization or entity to receive some help here, it was like they put a block or like a red block or like a red flag underneath your name, so that way things can be swept underneath the rug, or more so that you would not receive the assistance that you need to receive in regards to what was happening to you here. Now this is where it gets very sloppy here with the detective here, because they're realizing that they feel like that they're in a really, they're stuck in between a rock and a hard place, because you initiated the complaints in regards to what they were doing towards you. They dropped the ball. They're very sloppy with the work. Nah, that never happened. I don't think that ever happened. Just kind of put it to the side, and they just move forward with other people's cases and things of that nature here. Not only is the detective under scrutiny right now, I feel like their, I guess, department or their precincts, or however the verbiage is, you know, the jargon of their department is under scrutiny now because of a detective dropping the ball here, because it's getting even deeper than what people can see or what people may not think it is. It's much deeper than this. Yeah, we have bad health here. Somebody wants to know who you're speaking to. So they feel like that you're speaking to someone that's giving you information, is giving you evidence here. You're not talking to no one. You're not around anyone. You literally by yourself. Confirmation. They're going on overdrive right now to try to get like your social media accounts shut down. It's not going to work, but that's what they're trying to do. So be careful of your passwords. If you need to change your passwords or update your passwords, I highly advise you to do that. You could be receiving a lot of like text messages, like if you forgot your password, those type of things. And you get like a text message or an email that says that you requested that, whatever that option. That's them that's doing this here. Okay. It's just to the point where they know all eyes are on them, and they don't want any more eyes on them. There's enough eyes on them that is really spooking them out, and they don't want any more eyes on them. They don't. So what they try to do here is they try to get to this detective in trouble here. Yeah, we have despair. They try to get this detective in trouble here by bribing or saying that they did some things which they may not have done. But they need the detective to be on their side. And at first, the detective was on their side in regards to what they were saying about you. But there were a lot of holes within their story. And it started to intrigue the detective more, to where they started to, again, watch it with a closer eye. Watch you with a closer eye, and watch them with a closer eye. Okay? People are realizing that they lost control, so they're like running around like a chicken with no head on. Like they're out of control. They're very sloppy. It's just the more that they keep messing up trying to come for you, the more guilty they are, the more guilty that people can see that they are. And that's what they did not want. This is what we have false person here. They didn't want this. They literally lost control of self. They feel like everything is falling around them, in and around them. Everything is falling in and around them. And they thought that this detective here would have been like their saving grace or their saving spot to where they would not have gotten in trouble. But because of the sloppiness or the workmanship of the investigation from the detective. I feel like the detective's gonna get in trouble. It's gonna go up the ladder, which is gonna get the big. It's a lot. It's just I just keep seeing like big bosses or bigger bosses getting in trouble, reprimanded very harshly here. What else, Spirit? What else? Courtship. Yeah, so it's like they're in bed with one another, if that makes sense. Certain organizations and entities lay down with one another, if that makes sense. They pay to make things go away. We have a wealthy man here. Yep. There's a wealthy man that paid to make things go away. It could be your father, an uncle, a brother, ex-lover, ex-spouse, however it resonates. It was a lover. Yeah, it was a lover. It was a lover that paid their way to block you or stop you. This could be in a child custody case because a child is here. Communities in reverse. So if you're in court, so I'm just flowing how the message is flowing, okay? We started off with the detective. Now we're going into a child custody case. So I'm just going with channeling how it needs to be. So there's a there was a lover here that may have money, maybe had more money than you, or they had the backing of other people to help them through some form of a child custody case here. Pathway communities in reverse. So they were trying to stop you from receiving a child, from getting a child, or from you getting a child. So they wanted to block your passageway or block your pathway from getting a child. Then we have community in reverse here as well too. So that tells me that they try to sweep this underneath the rug, or they try to make it quiet so that way the community wasn't aware of what they were trying to do. But there's an ex-lover here that has some ties to city or inner city things, you know, if you catch my drift, and they paid individuals off to throw this child custody case off. So it may be an ex-lover here that could be trying to get into your social media accounts here because they're trying to see who you're speaking to learn this information. How do you know this information? Where are you getting this information from? They feel like you're speaking to an official person. Yeah, they do. They feel like you're speaking to someone official. Ain't the spirit official? I mean, I talk to the universe. I talk to my ancestors. I talk to my spirit team, and they gonna always be official in my eyes. I mean, why is that so hard to comprehend? I don't get it. Whatever. That's the official person, spirit, you know? I'm just saying. What they not getting? They don't believe that, though. They believe you're actually verbatim speaking to somebody. They feel like there are people around them that they can't trust. What are you telling the collective? How does the collective know this? How does the collective know that? We told you, and I'm going to tell you one more time, Heifer. Karmic. I'm going to tell you one more time. We talking to spirit. That's who we talking to. Yeah, that's who we talking to. That's who we communicate with. That's who we connect with. That's something that we know for a fact that you can't do, Karmic. Yeah, that's the message here. Hey, Gucci, what's up? That's the message here, that they just can't seem to comprehend, or they just can't seem to understand. But we got family room in reverse. They wanted to keep this a secret. They didn't want this to come out here. Yeah, it was a mature, or sorry, not mature, it was a main male. However it resonates. You could be the male that's going through this, or a man is putting you through this. However it resonates, okay? Yeah, this is about child custody, and that's why the detective is involved in this here. Because I do feel like that they embellished towards the detective here that you weren't a good person, or you weren't a good parent, or, you know, the child shouldn't be around you, and just all lies, child. And that's where, okay, that makes sense. That's why the detective dropped the ball. Because they thought because it was so many people that were coming up against you to retaliate based on the initial report that you made here. Yeah, on the down low, dark energy. Yes. So they went behind your back. The other parent of the child that you shared with this person here wanted you to suffer in silence, or thought that you'll be suffering in silence because if you are away, you're nowhere to be around. You're not connecting to what's going on here. Then they can make the story stick even more. That's the shocking message. Yeah, that's the shocking message. Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. They were fighting you for a child, or fighting you against a child. Could be a Virgo, however it resonates. This person that you have a child with, or however it resonates, they're for the streets. They do street things. They're outside a lot. They do a lot of illegal things. We do have emotional exhaustion here, because they're emotionally exhausted from getting you to stop talking. They don't want you to talk. You need to stop talking. Just shut up. Like in that kind of way. We have stuck energy here, because the more that you speak, the more stuck they become, because of course the lies, like I mentioned before, when you know that someone is a liar, even if you don't know, just let people speak. Just period. Just let them speak. Just let them say what they gotta say, especially a liar. Let that liar speak, boo. Let them get so comfortable with you that all they do is lie, and it's going to come out in the most intimate way, because the moment that a liar is very, very, very comfortable with you, thinking or assuming that you would never be aware in regards to you being aware that they're liars, you're going to see, man, you're just going to see it, just their whole everything, their facade, the fake facade fall to the wayside, but you'll see the real inauthentic self of them come out. Thank you. Just let them talk. And that's exactly what happened here. They just talk and talk and talk and talk and spoke and spoke and spoke and spoke and spoke and spoke. That's all they did. Every moment that they had to speak ill of you, they did it. Every moment. And they landed them in stuck energy. Could be a Capricorn, however it resonates. That's a liar. Okay, so you got a Capricorn, that be a low vibrational Capricorn. Okay, you have a liar that's depressed right now because there's ties to them giving money to throw a case, or there's ties. There's money. There was money being handled here. There's documented proof of money being handled. Yep, you're heartbroken by this because they can get in a lot of trouble. And this judge that took on this case here is going to be disbarred. Yeah, it was family court, or family may have helped. Your family may have helped. Their family may have helped. And we have unable to express emotions. They don't know what to say to get out of this. I mean, sorry, not gonna cut it. Yeah, now they want to abort ship. Yeah. They don't want to do it anymore. They want to get out of this. They feel it's very dangerous for them. And the reason why they feel it's very dangerous for them is because higher people or higher bosses are also going to be in trouble. So this, the person that threw this court case here, this family dynamic, this ex-lover that you may share a child with here, they're going to get the higher ups in trouble because money was exchanged. It's like it starts from small and then it snowballs or it avalanches to something even bigger, which they never anticipated here. So more and more secrets or darker things of like family court cases are going to be exposed. DHS cases are going to be exposed. CPS cases, those things are going to be exposed. And this is why they feel like they're in danger right now. This ex-lover. They don't feel safe. They don't feel safe by the individuals that helped them through the case because they know more. If that makes sense, they have more energy, more pull, more connections. And this ex-lover is sick to their stomach because they don't know what to anticipate. They're just a little fish. They're a little fish in this. But bigger fish is going to be fried too. We got justice and stressed out. They have no control over this. No control. Control is in reverse. Yes, they used the system in a way to where it would benefit them in a negative way. Yeah, that's what they did. Yikes. Yikes. Big yikes. Big yikes. Big yikes. I mean, right? Hold on, let me sip my water. Oh, child. We have frenemy in transition. I feel like there was a frenemy that may have testified against you. You might not be aware of this. There could have been a frenemy that may have called CPS or DHS on you as well. That friend gonna be out of here, like transition, like 6, carried by 6. Okay. They could be pregnant. They could be having complications with the pregnancy right now. This frenemy. I be telling you, people don't know how karma gonna come back, man. You just don't know. Yeah, it's like a jail. It's like a pregnancy. They feel like they're in jail within this pregnancy. They're not having a good pregnancy, or they're not having a good term. If that makes sense. Excuse me. They have it a lot of complications. Okay. Listen to me. Okay? I'm gonna say this again, and this is the last time I'm gonna say it. This is a collective read. Okay? Means everything not gonna make sense with you. Don't you dare try to come in here and try to strong arm me, because you got another thing coming. Okay? Everything not gonna resonate with you. And if you're not able to understand or comprehend what I'm saying, then you don't need to be here. This is a collective read. This is not a private read. Even though it may feel like it's a private read, it is not a private read. It is a collective read. Okay? That's the last time I'm saying it. Next time I'm just going, I'm block, blah, 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 blah. I'm just blocking heifers. I'm telling you. Okay? I'm just going to block you. All right, now let's keep moving forward. We have burnt out. So, this could be guilty or guilt that's affecting this person's pregnancy. They feel stuck within a pregnancy, or they don't feel healthy within a pregnancy. So someone's having a lot of complications during a pregnancy here. competition. For whoever resonates with this, were you pregnant while a friend was pregnant at one point in time? There's something about a child or kids being in competition or wanting their child to be in competition with your child, or always trying to force their child to do better than your child. Just really odd stuff. This is odd. For whoever resonates, you may have been pregnant while a friend that you were friends with at the time was pregnant. Well, whoever this resonates for, they're pregnant again. It can also be a tumor as well. Someone is having a lot of issues with their reproductive area, the organs. They're having a lot of issues. How do you people eat this up? The same way we don't eat your food, nasty. The same way we would never eat your food, boo. So we even. Baby. We don't want that slop, heifer. You gonna call yourself a chef, but you can't even cook, baby. Come off my, come, get from here. Move. Anywho. Oh God! I want y'all to get the joke, right? There was a little Heckler, little one. He had small green bean energy. He just came on YouTube. His name was Chef Bezos, Bezos. And he says, how do people eat this up? So that's why I said the same way we don't eat your food, heifer. We don't want that damn slop. Yeah. Patooey. We don't want it, heifer. Yeah. Patooey. All right. We have Libra, STD, and hiding something here. Yeah, there's a Libra here that's suffering from it keeps coming up. I don't know, Spirit wants you to know, however it resonates, okay? I'm just the messenger. But they want you to know there's somebody that's pregnant that you are aware about. Maybe they've been trying to do things towards you, however it resonates. But there's a Libra here with the STD. They're hiding something. And this could be the reason why they're having a really bad miscarriage. Because if you know, I won't say you. I'll say if a person contracts an STD during pregnancy and they don't catch it in time, well, there's some strong, confirmation that they may have some form of a miscarriage here. And I feel like that's what's happening here. So maybe they're not aware that they have an STD. Maybe they're keeping it quiet. I don't know. Maybe they got the STD after they got pregnant. I don't know. But I do remember that when I was pregnant, I know they took blood every time you go to the doctor, every time. So I don't know if they check for STDs every time. I don't know the process in that. But I do know every doctor visit I went to, I always had blood drawn. So I don't know. I don't know. Could be a Taurus, however it resonates. We have toxic family. Somebody had a nosebleed recently, or your nose normally bleed while you're sleeping, or maybe the air in your room could be super dry. Yeah, they feel stuck. There's a narcissist that feels stuck here. So whoever this friend is that may have called CPS on you, they're going through a lot right now. So this is the karma of what they're going through. They feel very stuck within their body, or their womb. They feel like they can't carry this child a full term, or this child is causing a lot of pregnancy complications here. They're also in financial failure. Now, the reason why it's happening in this way here is because whoever, as they may be, your child was taken away from you in an unjust way, but it was due to egregious lies based on what other people were saying. And there was a frenemy here that was also involved. So the way that your child was taken away from you in a very malicious, evil way is like their karma is they're trying to bring life into this world. Is going to be taken away from them. But in that kind of way, that's why I keep saying people don't know how karma's going to play out. It's still going to have somewhat kind of like the same type of storyline, or could be edging in that way, but your child was taken away from you unjustly. Now theirs is being taken away from them unjustly, if that makes sense. But when karma hits a person that truly deserve it, it's going to hit even harder, than the person actually attempt to create the karma for you. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, the hidden agenda was to get your child to be taken away from you, and they were sitting around and laughing and they thought that was funny. Now that this person is pregnant, which is an even more risk because it's a higher risk pregnancy here, they can't, like, the body is rejecting the baby. We have fake rich. You see how it's the same, but it's not the same in a way. See, intuitive. See? So abundance is here as well too. So if a child was taken from you in an unjust way, the child is going to be reunited with you. But with abundance here, the other parent wanted the child specifically for money. They wanted to eat from the state. That's what they wanted to do. We have intuitive here. They may have tried to open up like food stamps and stuff in your name. They have created a lot of governmental fraud. They're going down for that. And for the friend here, they wanted the baby for abundance as well. So they had the same idea, but a different outcome, So because the frenemy wanted the baby solely for money here, you intuitively know this, or you're going to pick up on it intuitively. But this frenemy here wanted this baby for money, and now that's being taken away from them. Just as how your child may have been taken away from you to go to the other parent for money, well, now their child is being taken away from them, so they can't make money off the child. Again, karma works very... I just think it's strategic. I think karma is very strategic. Yeah, message is coming. You're going to hear about it. Yeah, you're going to hear about it. Yeah, you're going to hear about it. Yes, sudden changes. You're going to hear about it. Look, money is coming. It was all about money, yes. On both spectrums, both sides. Your ex and then the friend. Yes, illegal activity. One thing I can say is that they're going to learn from this. They will never, ever do any of this stuff again. I mean, they would never pick up a candle again. They would never speak ill of you again. When I say when all this is said and done, when all the smoke really clear and you see you at the top of the mountain and you at the peak of your success or whatever, and you decide to look down and take a look, they ain't doing well. They not doing well. They're not doing well at all. See, we have frog here in reverse. They're not going to be able to take the opportunity to leap or to do something like this again. It's like they're crashing out on their own. So not only are they in trouble by self, because they got themselves in trouble, they're in trouble by the law, the detective's boss. Then it spills into like a lawyer, if there was a lawyer. So For whoever resonates, again, this is a collective read, but for whoever resonates here, if you weren't able to get a lawyer or afforded a lawyer, or you may have had trouble to securing a lawyer, but you still went to court here, that lawyer that they had was very crooked, and they also be disbarred as well too. That's why it was like, it kind of felt like the ex-lover or ex-spouse was the little fish, and that little fish got very curious in regards to who you were, and you a big fish, believe it or not. You don't have to work in those different types of, you know what I mean, backgrounds or niches, but you a big fish in a different way. And that little fish, ex-lover or ex-spouse here, or the person that you share a child with here, thought that they were bigger than you. You gotta let people be, boo. Just let them be. Let them be, okay. So the little fish came into your, we'll say ocean, because they belong more so in a pond or more so in a fish bowl. And they came into your ocean, your territory, which was very unknown. And not only did them being so inquisitive with their little fish self, they swam out somewhere that they were unknown. The others kind of followed. The bigger fishes followed behind that small fish. And everybody got devoured. So they're looking at this, they're looking at the person that you share this child with, they're looking at them very closely, very intently. And this is why they don't feel comfortable to be around other people. Because there's a lot of higher ups that are in trouble. I promise you, a lot of higher ups are in trouble. You got humanity here. Everybody gonna see that. Everybody gonna want, you know, their case to be looked over. Everybody gonna, it's gonna make a big stink about this. Yeah, a big stink. A big stink about it. All over the world, like shocking revelations is what I'm hearing. Things coming out that people normally don't know about or see, or was hidden in plain sight. A lot of changes surrounding the safety of children as well. A lot of changes. Oh yeah, see the Empress here? It's gonna be a lot of changes surrounding the safety of children. Good changes. And then the devil is in reverse, which is actually good. So freedom. Yeah, a lot more nurturing, a lot more resources that are going to benefit children, especially taken away in like false court cases, egregious court cases. Look, judgment is here. Force, I keep saying force, F-O-R-C-E, but it could have been a forced court case, or somebody may have forced you to be in a court case against them to wear you down, to break you down. They thought that by you having to continuously keep spending money on lawyers, that was supposed to break you down here. But we do have judgment. So a lot more opportunities and great resources for the safety of kids are going to be brought into play. Yes, I'm gonna take that. We have the Star and then the Ten of Pentacles. See, this is Ten of Pentacles is generational. Yes, so kids are gonna have going to get better opportunities to be placed where they need to be placed with the correct, healthy, you know what I mean? It's going to be a lot of changes, positive changes. We have the Nine of Swords and the Ten of Swords. That's not you, that's them. Because they're paying people to throw the case, they're paying people to lie, they're creating false reports, like anything that they can do to, just for money, because that's all they wanted your child for, was just money. Yes, it was a lover. Two of Cups, it was a lover that you were in this harmony with, because you went and you made a report to basically expose what they've been doing, and they felt some type of way, and they got their whole family and your family to come together here, yes, to bind you with the Eight of Swords. That's the confession. That's being caught red-handed. That's the red conscience here with the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is in reverse. Yes. They feel stuck with the Five of Swords. Where's the end of conflict? I'm pretty sure you'll be able to sue all of the necessary subsidiaries or organizations of the county where you live or where this may have taken place, because you have your proof in regards to the reports and all of the complaints that you have made. So that right there will completely solidify. And of course, I'm pretty sure you have more information, but the information that you do have, I do feel like it's just a lot of overwhelming evidence that they just can't sweep underneath the rug anymore. Yeah, and now they're in regret. And their body is sick. Health is in reverse. And as long as things are not fixed, so the longer they wait to fix all of this in regards to the reunification of you and your child or children here, the more they won't have peace. So the individuals that are involved here, the longer they keep this child away from you, the longer they won't have peace. The longer the karma is just going to get worse and worse and worse, to where it becomes unbearable, and they just, you know. They don't want to see you crack, but you don't have to see them to know that they're cracking. We do have worry, we have trust, and we have surrender. You must trust your gut or your intuition. Recently or lately, you may have been thinking about, we just being honest here, and I'm going to explain why. You may have been, thoughts of an ex or a person that you share a child with may have been popping up in your mind here, and the reason being is because they're sending like a SOS help, or they need help to get out of the situation here. They're very worried, and they're trying to surrender, or they're trying to see what is the best way that they can surrender. But it's just, yeah, they're in grief for what they've done. Yeah, let me get you out of here. So again, this is why this X, strong X here, may be trying to get and hack into your accounts here, because they want to know, how do you know what you know? Don't even worry about that. Don't even worry about that. Worry about what you need to be worrying about, which is you about to get ready to go to jail. And you're gonna have to pay a hefty fine back to the government for their food stamps. You're gonna have to pay that back, karmic. You're gonna have to relinquish and release this child. You have a lot of things that you need to be worrying about. Don't worry about how we know what we know. Worry about why you did what you did. That's all you need to worry about. Okay? That's it, that's all. Karmic. Yeah. Worry about that, boo. You can't take no plea deal. You can't cop a plea. You can't do none of that. They gonna give you the whole enchilada, boo. Oh yeah. They gonna give you the whole enchilada. They sure is, and they gonna be very successful with it. Since you a little fish. A little fish thinking they a big fish. Okay. A little fish that think they're a big fish basically means that they're much bigger than what they hope to be, or they think that they are. And in some cases, when people give off that type of energy here, because it could be on both good and bad, but we're talking more the negative side, of course. When someone feels like when someone knows they're a small fish, but they're trying to be bigger than what they are, they tend to bring a lot of trouble, a lot of heat towards them, versus someone who is a big fish, but may consider themselves to be a small fish. They don't do anything to hurt anyone. You know what I mean? They kind of take their time. You know, they're smaller. You're bigger in size. This is just metaphorically speaking. You're a bigger fish in the ocean, but you still feel like you're a small fish within a fishing bowl. You know, it's a big difference. And this person, this group of people here really thought again they were little fishes in a bigger body, and they got devoured. They really did. Yeah, they got devoured. Forgiveness is in reverse. This is just something that you just can't forgive. And if you don't want to forgive, you don't have to forgive. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. If you feel in your heart that you can't forgive them, but you're still able to heal and move forward, then hey, do it. Do what you got to do. I am, for one, learning that I don't have to forgive others. As long as I do, heal myself and able to move forward and not be angry or upset when anytime somebody brings it up or speak up about it, then I know I did a great job on myself. So, because you want to get to a point or space where you are very emotionally intelligent. Because all that they're doing here is not affecting you. It's affecting them because it's not affecting you. And they're coming out of their body, or they're having an out-of-body experience trying to affect you. But everything that they're doing and saying, despite the people that are in charge or involved here, it's not doing anything. It's like, okay, whatever. What else you got? Somebody listen to Lil Kim. I'm hearing Get Money with Junior Mafia and Biggie. That is a good song, though. I ain't gonna hold you, but that's what I'm hearing. All right, we have honesty here. Do what you gotta do, boo. However way y'all need to do your thing. This is a come as you are page, but be respectful of other people's perspectives. Do whatever you feel you need to do for self. If that's what you need to do, rock out, boo. Do what's best for you. That's all I ask. Do what's best for you. Anywho, we have change here in reverse. Okay? We have balance upright. So, negative changes are happening for them, but it's going to balance out the scales where you are finally going to be in the upright position. You've always been, but I feel like it was hidden by a lot of things, blockages and all different types of things, because blame is here. So they try to make you the criminal of the case, or they try to make you the abuser of the case, of this child support case or this child custody case. That's what they try to do. And we all know when somebody lies and they're able to get through with the lie initially. Thank you. They just gonna go all out. They're gonna wild out. They're gonna do what they need to do. They just gonna keep doing it over and over and over, and they get so sloppy with it. And that's where they get caught up in the sloppiness. Oh man, they get caught up in their sloppiness. We have I'm sorry in reverse. Hey Twitch, what's up y'all? Don't forget to follow me on Twitch. Yes, they popping on Twitch. Hey Twitch, how you doing, boo? They popping on Twitch now. Yes. Thank you for subscribing. Uh-oh. Travel is in reverse. We have travel plans. They feel grounded, or they feel like that they can't travel. Hey Priscilla. They feel like that they can't travel. Or they're not going to be able to travel. They can no longer gaslight you. They were trying to gaslight you into collaborating with them. It's not working. Someone's name is Annalise or Annalise. Amber. Austin. Someone loves anchovy. Anchovy? Someone's name is Antoinette. Albuquerque, Albany, Augusta. Someone's name is Anwar, Anwar, Anwar. Someone's name is Angelique or Angelina. Someone's name is Autumn. Give me a lot of A names. I'm hearing Aquanet. I believe Aquanet was, Aquanet was a hairspray back in the 80s. Yeah, negative. Negative. Yeah, I think it was hairspray from the 80s. We have yelling upright. And then we have health in reverse. They're not doing well. Their perspective is just getting, so they don't have a higher perspective. They have a lower perspective. They ain't doing well. Everybody that is higher than this so-called ex-lover here, or a person you share a child with, they're going to throw this person under the bus. So it's like all man for themselves. We have karmic friends and we have drama starter. So there was a appointed judicial person that was on this. There was also a lawyer that's on this, and they have come together to put the blame on this ex-lover here. So let's see how they get out of this one. What they're going to say. This is going to be, baby, this is going to be juicy. They're going to, yep. They're going to travel, or they may have traveled, this higher appointed person, seated person. And then also this lawyer here is going to pin this on this ex here. Kissing behind is in reverse. Yeah. Yep, haunted. Oh, man, crazy. Yeah, I'm telling you, giving money, bad karma. Yep. But they gonna ask for their money back? I need my money back. Need my money back. Oh, okay. Yep. Legal issues. This is the second time legal has came out. Fake smiles. Just because you know someone, just because you may have connections to, higher individuals, doesn't mean that they're gonna play fair by you. You're getting in that arena, and I'm saying this collectively, generally speaking, you're getting into an arena where they're bigger than you. You need something from them. You need them to pull strings for you. So they went ahead, and the karmic went ahead and gave money to the situation. To have control over the whole dynamic of the case. No one ever knew that this would have came out in the way that it came out. No one knew this, of course. Hey, Rockwell. So now that everything is falling, tumbling down, the higher appointed person, this lawyer, don't want to be a part of this, but yet they are a part of this because they took the bribe, they took the money, but they're going to pin everything on the person that you shared this child with. They're going to pin it on them. So we'll see how this distorted dynamic is going to, what the outcome is going to be. We can just going to say it's just not going to do well. It's not going to be nice. Because who do you think they're going to trust first? You think they're going to trust a little measly parent, toxic parent at that, or they're going to trust this so-called appointed person or lawyer? Oh me, oh my. Oh me, oh my, how the tables turn. Oh me, oh my, how the tables turn. Let me pull a couple of money cards. Tell me more about this appointed person, please. Higher appointed person. Let me do it again. Higher appointed person. Tell me about this higher appointed person. Look, it's like barbed wire. They feel stuck or they want to release themselves. You see how some of the birds were able to get stuck, but others weren't? Hey, Candy. You see that? A lot of other birds are stuck. Quite a few were able to get away with it. Yep. It's like may the best man win, or it's like people trying to escape or trying to get to the other side. Wow. What's the temperament on this appointed person? The temperament. What's the temperament on the appointed person that threw the case? Baby, listen, Page of Cups. Bad news. Withdrawn. Obsessed. You need to fix it. So they've been telling this ex person or person you share a child with that they need to fix this, and they're not able to. Again, this is why they've been trying to hack into your social media accounts, because they want to know who you're talking to. If the Two of Pentacles is in reverse, things are unbalanced on their end because things are being exposed here. But you are going to be the winner with the Four of Wands and also the Fool card. This is going to be so good for you. So good for you. Oh my God. It's going to work out so good for you. I'm telling you. If it has not yet and this resonates with you, look, I'm not making it up. It's a justice. It's going to work so good for you. So good for you. Yeah, we have a Six of Wands. They feel defeated with the Six of Swords. As I mentioned, yes, your days should be feeling lighter. Your days should be feeling lighter. Especially if you've been living underneath, like, we'll say like a dark cloud for a really long, prolonged period of time. It may feel off to you or odd to you because things feel very light or light-hearted or light-spirited. You're kind of trying to figure out, okay, what's getting ready to happen, you know? It's smooth sailing. That Six of Swords. It's smooth sailing. It really is. It's smooth sailing. It's smooth sailing. Hey, Derek, how you doing? You're gonna have tears of joy. You are. What's this? The Temperance. Things are being balanced. You could be a Sag, a high vibrant Sagittarius. The World. Temperance. Out. This is great. Confirmation. Six of Swords. You're moving the calmer waters. Things being tempered out, and because you moved away, you sailed away, you disconnected. Things became balanced out as you healed yourself. Remember, there's a negative and a positive. Remember, look at the scale. You sailed away or you disconnected away to heal yourself, and healing yourself is in a positive way. They stood the same. The Temperance. The Temperance is a balance. So they're on the negative side of things, which is actual balance. They're on the negative side, you're on the positive side. Okay? So there's a balance here. Things being balanced out in the correct way. So because you're finally where you need to be on the positive side of things, it brought forth the World. Where you are now back at the top where you belong. The reason why things were unbalanced because you were around this person or this person was around you without you being aware, or however it resonates. But the moment that you disconnected, things have shifted for you. I'm so proud of you. Yes, and you're going to get strong confirmation with the moon. Yes. Yes. So you're going to hear about that ex-lover or person you share a child with, however it resonates. Remember, it's a collective read. Um, Look, lost soul. Lost soul is upright. They're going to try to bury the hatchet to see the employee. So this ex-lover was the employee towards the higher ups. Basically, they paid them. Would that be employer? They wanted to throw the case. They needed the case to be thrown because they just wanted the child for money. And that's what they did. They said certain things. They did certain things to make you look like off or odd. To make you look like a stranger to your own child, which is crazy. So they can have full control. Let's say lawyer. A sneaky lawyer at that. Yes, magician. Farmer. Yes, thank you. A lawyer creates, because a farmer creates, a farmer grows. Magician. They use energy to shift dynamic of the court case. That's what they did. They may have even told the appointed official that you were unwell, and that appointed official may have actually stated that you were unwell and you're not. That appointed official is a criminal as well. Yep, ninja. Ninja. They thought that they can stay under the radar. They thought that they can stay quiet. Yes. And they were really telling them what to do. This high appointed and the lawyer was telling this person you share this child with what to do to keep you at bay. Yep, we got betrayal. Okay, I'll take that too. We got vendor. So I'll look at the lawyer as a form of a vendor. Hear me out when I say this. And I'll look at the appointed official also as a vendor. They're in their right when it comes to their occupation, but they're very knowledgeable in their occupation to do certain things. Like a vendor, let's say you have a hot dog vendor. That vendor maybe that vendor only knows how to make exclusive hot dogs versus another vendor may know how to make exclusive burgers. You know what I mean? Like they were exclusively intelligent in their occupation. They knew what to say. They knew what to do to make things look a certain way. If that makes sense. Yes, swindler. Swindler. Yes, they did. I'm a set detective. Can attorneys be replaced by social workers completely? I mean, that's a great question. I have no clue. I don't know. I mean, I would suppose if they get their degree in law, yeah, but then again, I don't know. That's a great question, though. Great question. I don't know. That's a really great perspective, though, because if social workers are out there in the field dealing with many different types of, different scenarios surrounding children, I do feel like that I do feel like they could be in an attorney position because they know the ins and outs, the flow of it, so I can see where you're coming from with that. Yeah, look, influencer. What was the other one? Then we have diviner. So this ex here, or the person you shared this child with here, we're influencing someone that can divine into your life to like help keep your life stuck. They needed your life stuck so they can get as much money as they can from this child that you share with them. Like I said, it's all for medical fraud, insurance fraud, food stamp fraud, stuff like that. And they're going to get caught up with that. And I do believe that if you are frauding, you know, a higher organization in that way, I do feel like I think that's Fed time. I believe, don't quote me. I believe that's Fed time. If they federal time, if they get caught like false information on like a food stamp application or falsified documents or something like that. I do believe it is. Hey, Fun Sunny. Hey, Moan. Hey, Boo. So we have ascetic, abstinence, purification, and discipline is in reverse. Like they had no chill button. They just kept going, moving forward. Somebody could be an architect, or they wove or created this elaborate plan here so that way you'll never figure it out. This is how you know when they feel. This is how you know when someone has lost, despite them having an elaborate scheme to come against you. They always look back. Someone who wants to be 10 steps ahead of you and is doing everything possible to destroy you just to be 2 steps or 10 steps ahead of you. One thing that a lot of people forget that these individuals do, they always look back. And why do you think that they look back in regards to what they may have done or attempted to do towards you? Because they second guess themselves. They want to see if it actually worked. They want to see if it's going to stick. And a person that keeps double checking, triple checking, quadruple checking their work, they're unsure of what they're doing, or they're unsure of what they are doing or what they have done. And anyone that is unsure, especially when they're trying to cause harm to you in a very unnatural way, they're always going to fold. They're always going to self-destruct. That's where that small creak or that small crack within themselves, because all you need is a small doubt of self-doubt, and that will just keep growing bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. They were so unsure of themselves that they kept looking back. A person that's very confident and very sure of themselves won't look back because they know they got it, and they're going to always tell you, I got this. I got this. This is that. And it's going to show. They don't have to look back. I'm going to keep saying that guilt going to make you tilt. Guilt always make you tilt, man. Yeah, now they homeless. This lawyer has dirt on this ex-lover, or this person you share a child with. They have dirt on them, and they don't have a problem using that dirt, that information. This is gonna be sick, man. Dang, Karmic, how you gonna get yourself out there, one boo? Wow. They got evidence on this person, man. And if they don't have evidence, they may try to plant it on them. This is sticky. This is a sticky situation. Will arise. But you gotta be smart about it, baby. Yep, you're gonna be learning about it. Let me pick one more card and I'm out of here. We got lost. That's how we going to end this read. Yes, yes, yes. You're going to be educated, or you're going to learn about the loss that this person has incurred for trying or acquired when trying to come up against you. This ain't gonna, this is messy. We got Taurus, baby. Oh well. We got Aries, Virgo, Aquarius. I mentioned Capricorn, I mentioned Libra earlier. We have Cancer. I'm gonna do 3 more. Taurus, Pisces, 1 more. Scorpio. Okay. So if that resonates with you guys, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch. All right. I'll be back live on TikTok on Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. So yes, thank you guys for joining me. I truly appreciate it. I will see you on the next one. Have a good one. Thank you so much, Twitch, for being here. I truly appreciate it. Mwah. Thank you so much. I'll see you on the next one. Bye. I'm going to save this live on Instagram when it's going to be transferred out, or it's going to cross promote or cross post onto Facebook, so you'll be able to watch this live on Facebook as well too. All right, so till next time, I'll see y'all soon. And YouTube, thank you so much for being here. It is truly appreciated. Thank you for the individual, I think I said thank you, but I'm not sure, but let me reiterate. Thank you so much for the donation. It is truly appreciated. If it resonates with you guys any way, shape, or form, please feel free to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you on the next one. Please keep in mind, this is a collective read, please. Okay? I may turn off the comments for this one. We're going to see. But yes, I will see y'all. Love you guys. I'll see you on the next one. Go out there, be great.